Welcome to tutorial number 9 on signals and systems. In this video, I'll discuss one problem from GATE 2019. And you see, this problem is related to DTFT, discrete time Fourier transform for discrete sequence. And here it is given that h of n is a sequence of length 7. So in both sides it is given h0, h1, h2 and h3, and negative side h of -1, h of -2 and h of -3, right? So total length is 7, finite length sequence. And now it says that a length of 3 finite impulses forms approximation Gn of h of n has to be obtained such that this function is minimized. Means we have to minimize this function and we have to get a 3 length Gn sequence, and which will give you the minimized function of this one, right? Means we have to approximate this h of n by a certain length, that is length of 3 only, okay? And criteria is that we have to minimize this one, h of e to the power j omega minus g of e to the power j omega, that mod square integral, we have to minimize it. Okay, so now how to proceed this thing? Now you see this form is very simple. This is actually, we have encountered this form in Parseval's theorem, Parseval's relation, and you know that using Parseval's relation, if suppose x of n is a sequence and its DTFT is capital X of e to the power j omega, then we can, if it is an energy sequence, so if it is finite length, then obviously it is an energy sequence, right? X of n is an energy sequence. So that energy we can compute. So the summation of x of n, I am considering this real one, okay? The real sequence, x of n, and that mod square, or simply square I can take. So it's square only, okay? And so inter length n equals to minus infinity plus infinity, and that will be same as 1 upon 2 pi times the area under that one, that capital X of e to the power j omega, it num square and d omega, mod square actually. So it is for over one time period, one period of 2 pi, and that we can consider from minus pi to plus pi. That is no harm. Okay, so this is from Parseval's relation. Now you see this form, this right side form is very similar to this one only. Okay, now here this capital X of j to j omega is given in this form. Okay, so what you can consider, this capital X of e to the power j omega, if we consider that is equals to h of e to the power j omega minus g of e to the power j omega. Okay, in that case, so time domain we can consider, if I take inverse DTFT, then it will become sequence x of n, and right side sequence will be h of n minus g of n. That means if we consider xn as h of n minus g of n, then this above one would be the spectrum of x of e to the power j omega, right? So this right side, if we want to minimize, that means just we have to consider this summation that we have to minimize, right? So that is the idea. So we have to use this idea to solve this problem. Okay, and at the end we have to compute this value only. So if I can find the elements of G, then we can compute this expression, right? Now we'll consider all this. So okay, so you see this is your h of n given. So if I can write in this way, this h of n is this sequence is at 0 it is 4, this is at 0, and right side is 3, then 2, then 1, and left side it is -3, -2, and -1. That's all. Okay, and Gn is not given, but it is of length 3. Okay, and that 3 will consider in this way. This is suppose G0, and this is G1, and this is G of -1. Only these 3 elements, and rest are all zeros, right? So x of n, we have defined that it is h of n minus g of n, and that is so this x of n easily we can compute, right? So you see we need to minimize, it was asked that to minimize this function, this h of e to the power j omega minus g of e to the power j omega, that mod square, and d omega minus pi to pi, and that we can write simply as sum 2 pi. So 2 pi I can take this side, and it is summation of this h of n minus g of n, that square. Okay, and it is n goes to minus infinity to infinity. So to minimize this one, we want to minimize this thing. Same thing, we can minimize these things because this is constant. 2 pi is a constant. This 2 pi is constant. So we need to minimize this function. That is a given problem. Okay. So instead of this one, we'll try to minimize this summation. Okay. And now we can compute this summation, and then we can see how we can minimize this one. Okay. So what will be the coefficient for G0, G1, and G of -1, so that this is minimized, right? Okay. So let us go. So this summation h of n minus g of n, that square. Okay. So this is simply square of that one. Okay. So this one, you see this summation n equals to minus infinity to infinity. So I can write that. So when the summation will be from n equal to simply -3 to +3, right? And then it is h of n minus g of n, that square. Okay, that we can now expand it. So when n equal to -3, it is only h of -3, and h of -3 is -1. That -1, that square. Right? Fine. And then next one is n equal to -2. N is -2 is -2. So it is -2, that square. Right? And then n equals to -1. And if it is -1, h of -1, g of -1. H of, and you see g we have considered as this sequence G0, G of -1, and G of 1. Okay, so here it is h of minus 1 is minus 3, so minus 3 minus g of minus 1, that square, and plus at 0 it is 4 minus g0, that square, plus, and then right side it is 3 minus g1, that square, plus this g n equal to 2, it is 2 square, plus this is 1 square. Now you see this expression, we need to minimize this one. We have to minimize this function. So these are constant. This is constant. This is constant. Okay. So this function will be 0 if, it is minimized if, because all are square terms. So individually we can make it 0. This is 0, this is 0, and this is 0. And that could be only the minimum value. Right? That means, that imply that g of minus 1 will be equal to minus 3. g0 will be 3. Sorry, it is 4 given. And g of 1 is given as 3. That's simple. So we can solve this one, this 3. Right? This one I will make it 0. This one I will make it 0. This one I will make it 0. Right? So now I can compute this one. So therefore, this 10 of g of minus 1 plus g1, that we can compute. So this is 10 times, it is minus 3, and g1 is your 3. So it is minus 30 plus 3, so minus 27. So this is the answer. So this value is minus 27. So it's a good problem. So what is the observation? So from this we can say that if one function is given, one sequence is given, and its spectrum, if we want to follow after some truncation, then the closest one will get just after getting truncation only. So nothing more, right? Now, so in the similar way, you can think that suppose if I want to get a ideal spectrum, low pass spectrum, low pass filter, no? So this is a low pass filter. So this is ideal low pass filter, LPF, and its spectrum is, sequence. You know that it is a sync sequence, like this. Okay, so it will be like this. So it is infinite length. So if I want to get some finite length, just we need to truncate it. Okay, so I can truncate up to this one. So this I can make it some finite length of this one. Then that function, that sequence will give you very closest spectrum of this ideal one. Okay, but it could be okay, some fluctuations in pass band, some fluctuation in stop band, and it may not have a sharp cutoff. That can happen, but a simple truncation can work. So that is the idea. To get a very close to ideal low pass filter, we can start with sync function, and then we can consider just finite length of that one, and that may be used as a good low pass filter. Okay, fine. So please subscribe my channel. In future, we are going to discuss more problems, and I'll be discussing some more get problems from DTFT or some Laplace transform and Z transform, all those things. Okay, so please keep watching my videos and subscribe my channel. Thank you.